In the previous episode, butterflies, wildflowers, and warblers transformed observation in the land of the wolf into contemplation. The members of the manatee pack, like white paws, roam their territory alone, especially at night. My parents and I still dream of filming them together, especially when they hunt a large prey. All beavers, including the chubbies, are wary of the chilliness of dawn, which too often brings them the wolf. White Paws has been spotted. The beavers go to their lodge, where they will stay safe for the rest of the day. Around noon, a moist heat spreads in the shady area of the undergrowth. Wild orchids called spotted coral roots bloomed near the ruffed grouse's nest. The birds are hot, especially the brooding ones. The plumage of this rose-breasted grosbeak blends wonderfully with the colors of the small orchids. Beyond purely scientific considerations, the harmony and aesthetics I observe in nature have always inspired me. For the first time this year, the mercury reaches 25 degrees Celsius. A taste of summer that does not slow down our desire to study wildlife in the land of the wolf. It is 6 p.m. Are the beavers of this pond still resting in their lodge? The heat is suitable for flowers and insects, including these dragonflies, great predators of black flies. I am not surprised to see the occupants of the lodge grooming themselves in the sun. Beavers frequently change their schedule to fool predators. Rare are the wolves hunting on such a hot and moist evening. In painted turtles, breeding season begins. The female must venture to the shore to dig a nest. Once laid, eggs will be covered with soil, It is a risky operation. Some looters, like the raven, could dig up the nest and eat its precious contents. To thwart them, it seems that Madame Turtle digs false nests. If Jimmy was thinking of surprising beavers by braving the heat, he was wrong. Wild animals develop many strategies to outsmart their predators. For example, the beaver relies on changes in the schedule of its daily activity periods. And yes, in nature one can save one's skin by being unpredictable. For its part, the wolf relies on its versatility because it can both hunt alone and collaborate with other wolves to capture prey. Hares abound this year. The wolves must team up to catch one. Como is an excellent tracker hunter, while Jimmy, very agile, masters the art of catching a flushed hare. It is simple. Como must flush out prey and direct it towards its partner. It fails, but Como and Jimmy know that other hares are hiding in the forest. They agree on the next ruse to use. What happens next, only the wildflowers can witness. New species adorn the undergrowth. The pink lady's slipper impresses with its size and typical nobility of orchids. Twin flowers are tiny, just as pretty as lady's slippers and Canadian bunchberries, also named Canadian dwarf cornels. I don't know how moose manage to withstand the onslaught of flies, which are unleashed due to the humidity. A paradise for flowers, insects, and birds. Almost hell for molting mammals. The bluebed lily is one of the few yellow flowers in this environment. Poetry and beauty are present everywhere, in the midst of hordes of flies that buzz to drive one mad. Wolves don't eat their fill every day. However, their needs are great in summer, because weaned pups depend on food regurgitated by adults. Beavers, moose calves, and other small prey do the job. But sometimes an opportunity arises to track down a much larger prey. Bigfoot, the leader of the manatis, takes interest in a moose. He gathered up his best sleuths, including Como. Alto, the only gray-brown wolf in the pack, is part of the expedition. Como, Jimmy and Alto wait for their leader's signal before starting the hunt. Bigfoot is cautious and wise. He is not an impulsive wolf who will engage his family in a risky adventure. His wisdom earns him the trust of the pack. Including White Paws, there are 5 to go tracking moose. The wolves must go to the other end of the lake to find a scent of their prey. Courageous and determined, they manage to focus on their mission, despite the harassment of mosquitoes. Alto is the first to spot the moose. By his gestural behavior, Bigfoot invites the pack to surround the prey. So close, it will be difficult not to arouse suspicion. Water offers a safe place for any moose at bay. The wolves just have to go wait for him on the other side of the lake. The moose's mistrust is justified. The manatis are concealed on each side of the clearing. We don't really know what happened next. Even though there were many logging roads, we did not have access to all areas of the manatis pack territory. For the ruffed grouse nesting near Jimmy's resting clearing, the temporary absence of wolves was a relief on the 23rd day of brooding. a broken eggshell. The patience of the brooder is rewarded. No wolf present does not mean that calm reigns in the surroundings. A few moose, an eastern chipmunk. The mother hen will have to keep everyone at bay during the hatching, and even beyond. The grouse cannot see everything, but she hears the sounds of long legs and snouts eating around her. If that moose crosses over to the side of the rock she is on, she will attack it. The female flycatcher also carefully observes the movements of the moose. Moose will ruminate for a few hours. Peace sets in. The first chicks appear. Their down is not dry yet, but they are eager to discover the world. This is the phase so-called imprinting, during which the little ones learn to identify their mother's voice and silhouette. However, I avoid reducing to a simple biological process the real emotions felt by birds at such times. The happiness of a grouse watching her chicks awaking to life is one of nature's most moving scenes. We cannot help but recognize ourselves in her, be emphatic and overwhelmed by her tenderness. The next episode will allow us to share more intimate moments of this grouse family, but we will take a little further our exploration of parental love in wild animals. An unmissable inner journey to the roots of what makes us, and other species, living beings.
Mi gwech man tu, oi ai ai oi Linne gehen machen gön we hay hay o hay